Hello everyone, my name is Yongkang. Today, I'm going to walk you through how you can enable container backups in 3 minutes for OKE, which is Oracle Kubernetes Engine. That's Oracle Cloud's managed Kubernetes offerings. So previously, I recorded multiple videos talking about how to enable container backups for other Kubernetes distributions. Today, we're going to focus on Oracle Kubernetes Engine, OKE. If you don't have an OKE cluster yet, you can follow the link here to build an OKE cluster via the web console in about 10 minutes. Once you already have an OKE cluster up running, what you need to do is you can create an OKE kubeconfig file, and then from the command line, you can verify via the command list here, kubecontrol get nodes. So let me log into the web console. So I log into the web console. As you can see here, this is my cluster name, OKE for Yongkang, and it is running with 1.23.4. And if I click access cluster, it will give you the options. This is a command you need to run from the Cloud shell. But if you are going to use your local laptop or other terminal, you can click a local access. So let me launch the Cloud shell. And what I'm going to do here is I will paste the command here and then press enter. So it says the kubeconfig file has been merged. Now I can run kubecontrol get nodes to see how many nodes I have. So as you can see, it matches the web console. I got the version running 1.23.4. I got 3 work nodes right now here. So we already confirmed the OKE cluster is up running. Now let's prepare the environment. So all I need to do is clone the repository from my GitHub page. That's my automation code to make life easier. You just run one command, you can enable the container backups on OKE cluster. So once you clone the repository, you basically change it to the directory and then you run OCI prep. The OCI prep basically just asks you what are your object storage access key and the secret key. So optionally, you might choose to deploy Longhorn or other CSI driver. At this time, I don't think Oracle Cloud, the OCI block volume, OCI BV, it is CSI driver supported block storage. However, looks like there is no snapshot capabilities yet. That's why I optionally deploy the Longhorn, CSI driver. If you want to deploy Longhorn CSI driver to your OKE cluster, you just run /longhorn-deploy.sh. Okay, let me move to the first step. So I'm going to clone the repository. Let me copy the command. So clone the repository here, and then I change to the directory. I run the OKE OCI prep command. You will be asked to provide an object storage access key and the secret key. Where to get the access key, secret key? So I got another tab open here. So basically you click the, your icon here, click a profile, click user settings. On the user settings, move down to the screen, there is a section called customer secret key. You click generate a secret key. Let me make another secret key for Yong2. Click generate secret key. You will be given here, that's your let me copy it here. So you can copy, this is your secret key, okay? So I'll make a copy here and then close. I still need an access key. What is my access key? This is my access key, key for Yong2. Okay, click copy my access key ID and come back to the command line, paste the key ID here. And then I need to paste the secret key. So this is my secret key I copied earlier. Okay, once I paste the secret key, it says you're ready to deploy. So if you want to verify the secret key actually saved to this file, OCI access, you go to your access key ID, your secret key ID, okay? So by now, we're ready to deploy. So what's the command to deploy? You just run K10-deploy. So I run this command, /K10-deploy. Press enter. What we are doing here is we're going to install custom K10. That's the #1 Kubernetes backup DR and also application mobility software. We will also deploy a PostgreSQL sample database. After that, we will create an Oracle Cloud Object Storage Location profile for the long-term retention. And also, basically, you can leverage the cheap cloud storage for the long-term retention, and it is highly durable. And it can be from far away from your primary data center, which is the OKE cluster running, to avoid some situation, disaster recovery situation. Maybe the whole data center is gone, or you can recover. You can't recover. So by sending another copy to external cloud object storage, which can be far away from your data center, so we can support the disaster recovery scenarios. And after that, we will create a backup policy for the PostgreSQL sample database. And then we will kick off the on-demand backup jobs. So all of these tasks are done automatically, part of this automation scripts, the K10-deploy.sh. So let me see how it goes. Yeah, so far we're running good. So we already installed custom K10. We already installed a PostgreSQL database. Now we're waiting for the cluster, for the cloud to allocate the cloud load balancer IP address, and then we will print the token ID for you to log into the web console. So let me walk you through a little bit. So after the cluster deployment finish, you will get access link to log into the web console. You can paste the token code to access the web console. What are the features supporting? So once you have the environment ready, you actually not only you have the custom K10 deployed, you have the backup policy, your backup jobs might already finish. So now I'm going to show you the advanced restore options. So 3 major restore options. The first one, you can do the full restore in place. You can clone to a new namespace. You can do granular individual resource recovery. For example, somebody might delete the certificate, rule binding, or could be configure map, secrets. We're allowed to do the granular individual resource recovery. So shortly, once the environment is ready, once the backup finish, I will simulate a disaster by delete the original namespace. So once you delete the original namespace, remember not only your configurations, your application, your data, all gone, including the snapshot, the container storage snapshot. Okay, so once we removed all of the settings, delete the whole namespace, I will show you how to recover from our Oracle Cloud Object Storage. And once the restore finish, I can show you how to backup the newly restored application. So you might want to restore to a new namespace. In this case, I will show you how to restore to a new namespace. And once you restore finish, I will show you how to backup the newly restored application. So by now, the environment should be ready. Yes, actually it is ready. So you can see by end of the scripts, you will see total time to deploy, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Now here is a token code. You might want to double click or triple click, copy the token code before you click the link to log into the web console. So I'm going to click the link. It will launch the custom web console here. Paste the token code, click sign in. First time to log in, you will be asked to provide your email address, your company name, click accept. So I logged into the very easy, simple to use web console. The moment you log in, you can see I have 3 applications. I have 1 policy. This is my usage and the reports. And my backup jobs is running right now. So if I click the job details here, you can see my snapshot backup job actually already finished. If I click the job details here on the right-hand side, you can see all of the spec artifacts are discovered by custom K10. So you can see your spec artifact, your namespace, the secrets, configure maps. That's where we have the great visibility into your Kubernetes cluster objects. Now, when it comes to the recovery, we can recover individual resource or do the full restore in place, or you might want to clone to a new namespace. So while we're talking, the backup job finished. The second job, export to object storage, also finished. The third subtask, that's the metadata capturing task. Okay, if I go back to the dashboard, you can see my backup job finished. It took 2 minutes, 30 seconds for the backup job finish, and also for the export job, copy to the external object storage. If you're wondering where to configure the object storage, part of my automation, I fully automated the whole environment. You go to the backup policy, go to the application sample database, your location profile, the object storage also configured. I created the cluster from AP Mumbai region. This is my bucket name. This is my endpoint. Okay, I'll go back to the dashboard here. So the first task, which I'm going to show you is, so if I click the applications tab here, you can see I got 3 applications, one default namespace, one long-haul system, one Yongkang-PostgreSQL. That's my application. What I'm going to do is, as you can see here, you got 2 restore points here. What I'm going to simulate here is, I will simulate the disaster. I will delete the whole namespace. Let's say kube control delete namespace Yong-PostgreSQL. I will force the delete. I will make it delete immediately. Okay, I will delete the PostgreSQL database now. So after the delete finish, I will show you how to recover the application. So before I run this, I want to just open another cloud shell here. So from here, I'm going to monitor the pod status. So by the way, custom K10 will also running as a containers inside the Kubernetes cluster in a separate namespace called custom-io. So these pods are listed here, need to be running all the way. While we are processing the backup jobs or restore jobs, you will see additional pods will be launched temporarily. Once the job is finished, we will terminate the pod. Okay, so I believe I come back to this cloud shell. Let me just verify. So get the namespace. You can see Yong-PostgreSQL is gone. So now go back to custom console. So since we already deleted the namespace, it's not listed here. What we can do here is filter by status. I can select the removed. So because we removed the namespace, I might need to do a refresh. So go back to the dashboard. I will click the applications and select the removed. Okay, you can see Yong-PostgreSQL was removed earlier, and I have 2 restore points here. Click the restore points here. So what we can do is, in a normal situation, if I did not delete the namespace, you can choose the primary copy for the restore. But since I removed the namespace, including the snapshot also gone, so you can't restore from the primary copy. So what we can do is I can restore from the OCI object storage. So this is a bucket name, this is a region. I select this restore points, and then you can make a decision, say, do you want to restore, which namespace you want to restore to? So I want to just restore to a new namespace instead of restore to the original namespace. So let's say Yong-PostgreSQL-new, click create, we will create a new namespace, and then click restore, we will restore everything to the new namespace. But before I click the restore, I want to show you the advanced capabilities here. I can actually deselect all artifacts. If I know somebody deleted config map or secrets or service account, I just select the individual resource, do the recovery, which is more efficient. Okay, for now, let me reselect everything. I will click the restore. I will confirm the restore, and then I can go back to the dashboard to monitor the restore status. But you don't see much details here. But if I come back here to the terminal, you can see more details. if you watch the whole namespace, what's happening here, we created the namespace. We'll bring up the temporary port, it's called affinity port, and then we will restore the data. So once the restore finish, we will bring up your actual production container up running. Okay, this might just take a few seconds. So while we're waiting for the restore process, I might just continue a bit from the slide deck. Once you finish all the testing, I also automated the destroy cleanup. So all you need to do is just run /k10-destroy.sh. We will remove custom K10. We will remove PostgreSQL database from the OKE cluster. Then we will also remove the object storage bucket to make sure everything is clean. You're not charged by the cloud providers anymore. So come back to the slide deck here. Come back to the console. You can see now we're running the restore container is up running. Okay, shortly it will bring up the original production containers up running. So just to share you a few reference links. So the first link talking about the Kubernetes custom learning. If you are interested to learn a little bit more, from this link, you got a lot of different resources are available to you. The second one, automation source code available from a GitHub page. How to create an OKE cluster from a web console, and the bottom two links about the free Kubernetes learning and also the documentation page. So coming next, so I will work on how to migrate containers from on-premise. It could be from other cloud, it could be from other Kubernetes distributions to OKE cluster. So by now, the restore job should be finished. Let me come back to the terminal here. So as you can see from the Cloud Shell, so it took probably, yeah, let me come back to confirm the timing. So I highlighted this. So Yong-PostgreSQL-new, the namespace, PostgreSQL is up running, not only up running, also passed the readiness check. Okay. If I come back to custom web console, you can also see the restore job finish. It took 1 minute and 53 seconds for the restore job finish. So right now you can see I got 3 applications, but original Yong-PostgreSQL new PostgreSQL was removed, was deleted. So now I restored this application to the new namespace, but I don't have a backup yet. How to configure backup policy? You just click create a policy, and you select how often you want to do the backup. You can make it very granular. So hourly, if you select hourly, you can even make it every 5 minutes. And then you can customize your snapshot retention settings. And you can enable backup via snapshot export. That's where we send another copy to the external object storage. So once you make all of these selection, you can choose the application by namespace. You can do label-based selection as well. Once you confirm everything, before I click create a policy, I want to show you how to generate the YAML file. So this is how we generate the YAML file for you. Actually, part of my initial automation, I created the policy using the YAML file. Okay. So click create a policy. I got the policy here, but instead of waiting for next scheduled jobs, I can click run once now. So basically, we will immediately run the on-demand backup jobs. So click run policy, go back to the dashboard, you can see that backup jobs just kicked off. That basically covers the whole demo, how to enable the backups on OKE cluster. You only need about, in this case, we only take 2.5 minutes. We enable the container backups. And you can immediately to showcase how the container restore works, how the individual resource recovery works, how restore the whole containers, whole namespace in place, how to clone to a new namespace. So I don't want to wait the job finish, but it should be running just perfectly. Okay, come back to the slide deck. Yeah, I already showed you a few reference links and what's coming next. So that's all I want to cover for today. Thank you very much. I hope it is useful to you. Feel free to connect me via any one of the ways listed here. Thank you.